So we're here today with Michael Becker, and Michael is the president of M. Cordis, and he's a professor at National University School of Business and Management. So to get us kind of started here, I wanted to step back a bit and ask you who really inspired you to be the person you are, to where you are now?
Wow, that's a huge question. There are many people along the way. You know, it's as we've heard from some of the great scientists of the lore. You know, I stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before me, and that those that have mentored me and guided me along the way. So, but oddly enough, it's been the teachers that have been the most influential along the way. So Joe Starr, for instance, my 5th grade and 8th grade teacher, or Don DePauli, who was my philosophy professor in college, who ended up becoming one of my best friends post-college, and we traveled the world together for a while. And then obviously, it's my mom. She's amazing, and my father, who really helped guide me and molded me into the person that I am and the experiences that I have. So I've been very fortunate to have family and friends and colleagues that have been there for me.
So what do you like about National University?
I like National University. It works with me instead of against me. National University it's convenient, it's flexible. They offer really good programs that not a lot of people know about. So I think there's something for everyone here.
How did you get involved as a faculty member, and also could you share some of the experiences with your students and your educational background?
Well, getting involved as a faculty member was easy. You spammed me, right? You sent me an email saying, "Hey, let's do something together." I think you found me on LinkedIn, maybe. And we started to, I responded because that's one thing I'm really comfortable with and I'm excited about, is I just open myself up to the world. Part of what I do with, leveraging the LinkedIn network, for example, is I get a lot of students coming and contacting me all the time too. I'm working on this paper. Get master's students in Germany reaching out to me, or in Nepal one time, saying, "Hey, I'm working on this stuff. How can you help me understand what's going on?" And that's where I really thrive too, is this desire to be this connector and maven. I don't know if you remember Gladwell's tipping point and his archetypes, kind of where I love to be the connector, putting people together, and be the maven, the one person that gets to share the knowledge.
Tell us about your early career role models and who helped you along your professional journey in marketing, please.
Sure. I actually think that mentoring is really, really important, because when I was first starting out in advertising, I didn't necessarily have one. So the role models that I looked up to in the advertising and marketing industry were giants like David Ogilvy, people who just changed the face of marketing. And I got very involved in the ad club in Los Angeles, and was very involved in a group called Ad 2 that was for young professionals. And so I didn't necessarily have a mentor in my early career, but that was part of the reason that I sought an advanced degree. I felt that going through an MBA program and developing relationships with professors who were interested in really mentoring me and taking me to the next level would be very important for me personally as well as professionally.
That the fundamental skill for success going forward is writing, and then public speaking, but writing first.
Now, if for the new marketer, somebody who's minted and ready to get out there,
20 years old, 36 years old, 40 years old, 50.
Somebody just new in their career.
Okay,
Could
so
be any age.
Newly out of school or new into the career of marketing, because this is really good. I mean, if you're making a transition from mid career to marketing, I might give you some different advice. But if you're newly minted in,
Let's try the newly minted, right out of college, first time. What do they need to succeed?
Definitely the recognition that. How do I word it? So Darwin tells us it's not the strongest a species survives, nor the most intelligent, but the ones that are most responsive to change. So that's the first thing that they have to learn, is that we live in a world of constant change, and you need to be able to have the ability to adapt and respond to the environment. So learn that skill, number one.
We met at the open house,
Yeah.
didn't we? Describe that.
That was cool. That was especially cool because we had met, and then you had helped me tour, and then I saw you at and then you were my teacher, and then I saw you at graduation. It was just like, what are the odds of that?
So, how important is it for our students to understand mobile and social media? And then, what thoughts do you have about mobile and social media literacy?
Well, if you're not, and I'm going to add digital to that. A good friend of mine, Troy Brown from 151, it's a great social agency. He refers to it as digital, social, mobile, or DSM. If you don't understand digital, social, mobile, you're going to be illiterate. And in the ability to survive in society and your ability to make an income and to earn and provide for your family and for society itself, you're going to be challenged to do so.
I felt like I needed to do something else to connect more since I was doing mostly online, and it has been a great resource for me. All the people I've met, I've been networking with a lot of people. I got an internship interview tomorrow to work with Intercom. I met those people through AMA contacts. Through Dr. DeJoy, I've met other people in the marketing world that own marketing agencies. It gave me another resource where I could connect with people. Everyone has a goal that they want. It's either to build their resume, to do internships, get a job somewhere. They want to start their career. That's what we try to do to help them start their career, whatever they need, whether they need internships, whether they need bullets for their resume, whether they need stuff for their portfolio. Because now a lot of the internships, you need a portfolio already before you start the internship. They want to see what you can do. A career would be great, but what I'm more worried about is helping other people, and like what's my legacy going to be? When I pass on, like what's there going to be left after I go? I want people to say that he helped me, or I helped somebody do something. Like, that's what satisfies me.
And what I've enjoyed about the National University program is the professors and the teachers and the infrastructure, for the majority part, they're working professionals. These are people that are out there in the field doing it now. So your education and teaching is pretty much as current as it could possibly be.
One of the things that I really appreciated about learning about mobile and social media is that in this day and age, even businesses that are small businesses have the opportunity to reach a larger, more global audience. And so it allowed me to shift my perspective in the way that I approached doing business in my own job, and helped me to think more broadly about businesses in the future. The other thing that I think is a big difference at National University is the level of excellence and professionalism that the faculty have. I had a professor in accounting that's the CFO of a major entertainment corporation. I had another professor in mobile marketing that was the leader of the Mobile Marketing Association. Thirdly, I had another professor who taught global strategy, who started the Motorola corporation's presence in Japan. I was so surprised at the amount of information that was available to me through the National University Library. As someone who is a mid-career working adult, working sometimes 60 hours a week at my job, I often didn't have time to visit a campus for classes or come in person to the library. So I took most of my courses online, and I did most of my research online as well. And I was amazed at the number of periodicals, journals, peer articles that I could access, as well as thousands of databases through the National University system. And when I had very specific research needs and I emailed the library, they were incredibly responsive and helpful and got back to me within a 2-day period. So I was actually very surprised and delighted by my experience with the library and how much they helped me with my research.
Well, I wanted to say thank you, Michael, for coming to join us today at National University and sharing some of the ideas you had about mobile marketing, how it fits into the business world, and what our students need to know in order to be media and business literate, and why is that so important?
Yeah, well, no, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And now hopefully this is just the beginning. Again, people can reach out to me anytime. Reach me on Twitter at @MobileDirect, or follow me. You can ping me on LinkedIn as well through the @MobileDirect handle. And then my business partner and I have on our website too, ask us a question. I mean, we've been involved in mobile marketing for myself. It's been about 20 years. I've been actively involved in mobile and related technologies. Likewise, he has been as well. So if we know everybody in the industry from the time when we were working at the Mobile Marketing Association too. So if we don't know the answer, we certainly know somebody that does. So we really encourage people to reach out and ask for help, and we are happy to be of service.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.